All right. We have a special guest here at Talking Ball Live with Pat Leonard in New Orleans on Super Bowl Radio Row. He is the South Carolina edge rushing phenom, Dylan Stewart, 6'6", 248, I believe. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
He's ESPN's way too early All-American team came out, and Dylan was named on it. Dylan, what does it mean to you to be named on a list like that after only playing 1 year in the SEC?
It means a lot. It shows how dominant I've been in one season.
Yeah, and what was it like coming into a conference like that and being able to dominate? Did you have the mindset you were going to? Were you hoping, or did you know?
I definitely had that mindset going into my first game. That came from just fall camp, spring, and my coaches just being on top of everything and just helping me out and making me make sure I'm prepared.
10.5 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. We are brought to you here, by the way, at the Believe Network on Talking Ball with Pat Leonard by Boom Chaga Mushroom Super Drink, Sal Loretta for men, menswear, luxury menswear, and tailoring, Estate 98 coffee, and my bookie sportsbook. You can see we got the big hat as well. So when did you get this amazing Stewie chain?
I just got it. Recently.
Just got it?
Yeah, I just got it recently.
Wow, it is incredible.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that is definitely the most unique chain I've seen. Are you Stewie to your buddies and your teammates, or what?
They call me D Stew.
D Stew?
Yeah, D Stew.
All right, so what's your signature move right now on the edge?
Signature move, the ghost.
The ghost?
Yeah.
What is that? Tell our listeners what that is.
The ghost is you rush and you flash and you dip under.
Rush, flash, and dip under.
Yeah, flash and dip under.
Why is that effective on tackles?
Because tackles in this league are big, slow, and tall, and they don't like to bend. So when you get low with them, they don't like that.
Did you play basketball growing up?
I tried, but I was too physical. I fouled out. So. No.
Oh, that's what NFL teams want to hear.
Yeah.
That's what NFL teams want to hear. Is there a natural thing about toughness as a football player and as an athlete? Like you said, that mindset of being too physical. Is that just something you were born with?
Nah. I think that was instilled in me throughout my coaches and the coaches I've been with, like throughout playing football.
How did they teach it? Because some people will say you can't teach that quality, but you're saying that it was ingrained into you.
I just say like being around my peers, being around older people, because I played up.
Okay.
I played up like
starting when?
Youth 5. I played up.
Oh, right away.
Yeah, right away. So I played up all the time. So I guess like being in playing Pop Warner and just doing those things and playing up, and I think it just shaped me.
Interesting. What NFL edge rushers do you model your game after? Or if you don't model your game after them, which ones do you just simply admire and watch their tape?
Rashawn Gary, Max Crosby, Aiden Hutchinson, Nick Bonito, and others like that.
Sounds like you're naming all guys who have obviously are elite players, but they all have motors.
Yeah.
Like they're guys who play through the whistle that you are as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, that's a high energy player. So he was the 2024 Crunch Time Hero of the Year, the Sean Alexander Award finalist, Football Writers Association of America Freshman All-America team. And how quickly, when you got on the field in game action for the Gamecocks, did you feel like you got your feet under you?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like you're learning how to fit in. It was like, no, now I'm one of the leaders here as far as like production. I mean, I know you guys had a very talented team though too.
Can you repeat that question again?
Like basically, how quickly did you become one of the leading producers on a stud D line instead of watching the vets and trying to learn from them?
That's because I came in with the mindset like I'm going to take over, like I'm going to make plays. I didn't want to sit back and because I was never the type to sit on the bench, and I want to make the plays. So.
What is the college landscape like for you? I mean, you just basically got into it, but college and NIL, transfer portal, the business of football it's really professional football in college. What is it like, all the noise around you? Because with the talent you have, I'm sure that from a young age, there's been a lot of conversations and noise around where you're going to play, who wants you to do this and that. Like, how do you deal with all of that?
I really don't pay no mind. I never get too high or too low. I just stay Stay the course. Stay the course.
How do you do that? Will you stay off social media?
I mean, nah, I just don't pay attention. I mean, I pay attention to it, but it doesn't affect me.
You don't let it phase you.
No, it doesn't phase me.
Do you have a favorite team growing up? Pro team?
Yeah, I like the Ravens.
The Ravens?
Yeah, Ravens.
Oh man, what do you think of that Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson dual threat?
It was good. I wish they would have went to the Super Bowl though.
Yeah, no, that was tough. Mark Andrews with a tough drop there at the end. Well, so when you look at your future, how do you see yourself fitting into an NFL roster down the road? What do you think you can be to an NFL team once you blossom and continue to grow at South Carolina?
I think I'll be a great fit. Just holding my side of the field down. No run lanes.
I was just going to ask, how's the edge setting going?
That's something I need to work on. But when I get there, I'm gonna make sure.
All right, and another question, last question about before we get into a couple sponsored segments. So I cover the Giants and the NFL for the New York Daily News. If you were to ever play in a market like New York, how do you think you would handle it? How would you embrace that type of challenge and opportunity?
I would just embrace it all. I wouldn't look at it like any kind of way. I would just take it on.
No doubt. Yeah. All right, so Boom Chaga Mushroom Super Drink. Here comes the Boom sponsored segment. This is predicting the Super Bowl now. Chiefs, Eagles, Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. Which player that's not an obvious player would you pick to make the biggest Boom impact in this game? So
not an obvious player. That's hard. Yeah. That's hard to.
Not like a Mahomes, Hurts, or Saquon Barkley.
What's the linebacker from the Eagles?
Zach Bond.
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, guy who went from an edge and a special teamer to an all-pro defensive player of the year candidate, middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Insane story. All right, also Look Good, Play Good, brought to you by Salaretta for men, menswear, and tailoring. Which teammate in South Carolina is the best dressed on game days?
Best dressed.
Who comes correct every game day at South Carolina?
I say Mazio Bennett.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, my bookie, Pat's picks. We're picking the game. Chiefs or Eagles? Who you got?
You said Chiefs or Eagles? I like Eagles, 31-28.
Oh, see, no one gives me a score. You gave me a score. You're putting your neck on the line. I appreciate that. He is Dylan Stewart of South Carolina. This is Talking Ball with Pat Leonard here on the Believe Network, brought to you by Boom Chaga, Salaretta, Estate 98, and my bookie. We got a free bag of Boom Chaga for you. Dylan, take a look. It's anti-inflammatory, immune-boosting antioxidants and heart-healthy compounds. We will watch your career blossom with a lot of excitement and enthusiasm. Can't wait to see all the success you have, man. Thanks for joining me.